my books of study. You know how you got certain books in your library. I was building up my library, so all those Big Pun, DMX,
R.I.P. Pun.
You know what I mean? So like those were the first records I was buying. Now the first record that was given to me that in the household that was like, okay, this has a parental advisory sticker, but we gonna rock with it. Was this album?
Wow.
Public Enemy. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back.
Now Malcolm, what did you say?
That is the first album I ever bought.
Yeah.
Very first album I ever bought.
Everything connects full circle.
Yeah, and best believe I was blasting that loud and clear when y'all gave this to me, so yeah, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She watches Channel Zero. Beastie Boys, you have the right to fight the party. I think Party the Right to Fight Back. That was
You
know what I'm saying? Like Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos.
Oh, that's my shit.
You know what I'm saying? That still is my shit. Yeah, that still is my shit.
Shout out to Chuck D.
Yeah, shout out Public Enemy, you know what I'm saying? Definitely very pivotal as far as creating that foundation of like what I wanted to speak upon, you know what I'm saying? So growing up, when my mom she got married at the time, her husband, prior to them meeting or whatever, he had did a lot of PR for like a lot of artists and athletes in the industry.
Okay.
Like, he worked with MTV when they had like MTV The Grind. And,
oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? This is back. Yeah, I'm originally from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I moved down here in '94. So Freaknik was still going on. So my whole perspective about like the evolution of this hip hop shit is very unique to unique. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I heard Ready to Die, which came out a few days before my birthday, I was already living down here. You know what I'm saying? So just my perspective of things, but like, yeah, so I was already aware of like MC Light, who KRS-One was, you know what I'm saying, Naughty by Nature, Onyx, these things like that, you know what I'm saying? So, coming down here, of course, I'm being exposed to like 69 Boys, Outkast, you know what I'm saying? The whole Dungeon Family, the whole LaFace TLC thing going on here, which is very, very different. It was very, very black though. You know what I'm saying? So, say all that to say, like, the music that I ended up start buying reflected that point in time when I'm in high school, kind of just studying my grades, because that's what I aim for. We in the era, we in 2020, so like it's crazy. OGs to like kids who may be in junior high school are like Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole. For me, it was Biggie and Tupac. Like I was watching BET and MTV when they were alive. When it's California Love, when Big Pop, when those records actually come. Donnie Simpson with the green eyes.
Oh yeah,
shit, you know what I'm saying? And Rachel from Caribbean Rhythm.
That's my first crush, Rachel, man. Sheesh.
I was a Nanda Lewis, you know what I'm saying?
Right, okay.
Teen Summit, MTV, all that.
For sure.
But yeah, that's definitely on the hip hop type feel. That's what I was in tune with.
Nah, I gotta ask this question. Again, I'm a shorty in Detroit, and I always looked to New York. I always looked to NY, and I guess like as I got older, I was kind of wondering, like, did I ever see my region reflected in hip hop culture? And then years later, like I always like De La, Stakes is High.
Where this is going.
Okay. And my thing was kind of like, how am I represented? And then as I got older, I realized, like, wait, well, damn, I did hear the Detroit sound. Jay Dilla was doing, like real shit. I'm looking for myself in hip hop, and like, nigga, it was right in your face. And I again, Illmatic, that's like poetic to me. That made me want to rhyme, because I felt like it was so. I didn't know the words he was using, and it intrigued me. Let me look these words up. What What is this picture that he's painting? And I guess my thing is, I never saw hip hop coming to the South like this. Like Atlanta, hands down, runs this shit, and I didn't see it coming. And I guess your perspective was very unique because you came from Brooklyn, and you're in Atlanta now. Did you see that transition coming?
I don't think I was consciously looking for it.
Okay.
I just knew where I was at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, at the time, don't get it twisted. Like, like, I'll put it like this. TV reflected what was popping on a national worldwide scale, which was Bad Boy, Death Row, Wu-Tang, Nas. And if you had cable, that's what you saw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But on the radio, of course they're on the radio.
Right.
But also on the radio, being here, there's a lot of hometown shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
booty shake.
Booty shaking, a lot of shit that the dialect is homegrown. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of regional records. For a lot of people who may not be aware, like, Little John, before he became, like, Little John, Eastside, the whole crunk shit, he was part of the whole So Def.
See, I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
He started off as an intern, and the So Def All-Stars, so, like, Lathoom's Freaking You, and all that, from that era, Little John started getting his production popping around that time. You know what I'm saying? So you got Lil Jon, you got Big Count, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Campbellton Road.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot, you got down south Georgia boys, you know what I'm saying?
Pastor Troy.
All that. So, you had cats like Drama, shit, you know what I'm saying? Archie Eversoul.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like really up. I would say really when I started really noticing from like '98 to like '03, because you had Young Blood, you had U-Way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
taking
saying?
me back now, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like pre-T.I., quote unquote trap music. There was already that vibe of us like it had like. In comparison, it had like that Onyx back the fuck up energy, but it had a very down homegrown sound of talking style, talking about shit that if you live here, from here, you know about, or if you from the region, because there's hella people you may be in Atlanta or been born raised in Atlanta, but your peoples may be from Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee, Carolinas, like, we are, this quote-unquote Chitlin circuit, we all
connected.
We all connected. So, so yeah, you hearing a lot of Suave House too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rap.
Listen. Thank you for mentioning Suave House.
You know what I'm saying?
People sleep on Suave House's legacy.
Yeah.
Tony Draper, that whole
so all that Houston shit, that New Orleans shit, that Memphis shit, that Florida shit, you know what I'm saying? All of that was coming. So like, if you remember like them early Cash Money, No Limit records where everything looked like it was in diamonds and gold. They wasn't the only ones doing that.
True.
Like because like most of the I think, and it speaks to why the South dominates a lot. A lot of this shit, kind of like the Bay Area, a lot of these artists were independent. You know what I'm saying? Is that independent hitting the road, going to these strip clubs, going to these other clubs, going to the DJs, you know what I'm saying? Because the big dogs, the New Yorks and the LAs,
didn't want to fuck
was seldom playing these records. So it's like, we hitting the South, but then we go hit the Midwest, because the Midwest, I feel like, is very much similar.
Oh, definitely.
We talk about that. You talking about from Gary, Indiana. You talking about you got Chicago, Detroit. Right. Later on, St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City. All the and really these places aren't far from the South.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Missouri was a slave state.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Arkansas, all that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? So
Banging in Little Rock. Did you ever see that? Banging in Little Rock? Oh,
Nah.
okay. It was like an HBO special.
Oh yeah, when they was cripping and shit out there. So I'm saying like Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, like that was playing real. That was playing real heavy down here. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like
Do or Die was actually signed to Rap a Lot.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah.
yeah.
That speaks
So
to your
like
point.
Twister and all that shit. So like I would say Atlanta was a lot more open at the time to play a lot of like. Of course, we playing shit from here, but
Right.
in other southern regions, but we playing a lot of Midwest shit.
So it was like a melting pot. So they,
right.
Wow.
And especially as more of us started making that migration back south, then it's like they hearing the shit on. I was like, oh, they fucking Atlanta fuck with it. New York may not fuck with it. LA may not fuck with it, but Atlanta fucking with it.
For sure.
And I think that was the thing. Like Dre infamously said, the South got something to say. You know.
And I want to say something real quick. My contention is Outkast, best duo ever, best group ever, and the things you mentioned just now about the South, I think that created the atmosphere for them to be that. You know, like I know that I saw there was a Dungeon Family documentary that was on Netflix. I think.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, and it was like Big Boy was talking about how he liked Tears for Fears,
Right.
and then he liked Run DMC,
Right.
and it's like an amalgamation of so much different energy, but it was like nothing about Outkast felt forced.
Nah.
Like I felt like they were organically. Like when I heard Elevators, I lost my shit. Like who are these niggas?
Right.
You know, and the first album I ever bought, I was 13. The first album I ever bought with my own money was ATLiens. You know, and it's like I wanted to go to Atlanta. Like, what is it that y'all are seeing, and like, what is your reality? What is your experience? 'Cause I wanted to see it.
And it speaks back to when we was talking about Terminus and the
Yeah.
railroad. Is in certain ways it's a transient city.
Oh, for
Everything
For sure.
passes is a
Passes
place where
through.
it passes through. So
Great point.
even though like it's definitely an authenticity that's specific for Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
and the metro Atlanta area, because that's another thing we can get into about niggas claiming Atlanta. But no, I'll speak to it, but it everything travels and certain things stick. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
even like when we talking about, I'm not as well versed in it, but when it comes to certain things with sports,
Right.
things, a lot of monumental things.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Ali making his comeback, after being banned from boxing, that fight was here. That was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. There's actually a few documentaries and movies about it, but like the Omni Hotel, the old Omni Hotel, where where the old Hawks Stadium and all that stuff used to be at, where now they got CNN Center and stuff like that. Like that was all right here.
Right.
Hank Aaron breaking all those records when the Braves. You know what I'm saying? That was here. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Dominique Wilkins. It's a lot of shit. And so to be specified, because we can get into that, I think we need to address that too, as far as like when people claim from Atlanta. So, I actually was not raised in the city of Atlanta. I'm from the north side.
Okay.
Gwinnett County. That's where I grew up, went to school at. You know what I'm saying? Which, north side, definitely the most slept on, the most shitted on side of the city. With good reason. You know what I'm saying?
Why you say that?
It's just a lot of shit out there is just lame, man. No, for real. When I say that, it's just like, let's just dispel this.
Okay.
Black people are out there heavy on the north side. North side, when we typically refer to north side, we talking about like Gwinnett and largely Cobb County.
Okay, I was just about to ask you consider Cobb,
Yeah, they like, must be two sides. You know what I'm saying? So 80, you go up 85, you go into Gwinnett. You go up 75, you're going to hit Cobb.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's traditionally, at the time when I first moved down here, there was a lot of white people living on that side of town. There's still white people out there.
A lot of Mexicans too now.
Yeah, a lot of Latinx community up there, and you know, but as time has like, there's been more black folk, Latinx folk, other black and brown folk moving up there. White folks move further out into the mountains. I'm serious. They like to isolate. You know,
right?
I was about to say something probably. No,
say it.
No.
Okay, all right, fine.
Nah. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, but you know, see, because of how segregated the South is, and really segregated Atlanta still is, it's easy to get away with that. What I mean is that, you know. Well, let me ask you this: why you think the traffic is so bad here?
I really don't think it's that bad. Like, I compare it to, like, Houston and LA, I think it's a breeze.
Okay, well, why do you think people in general
complain about traffic?
About the traffic here, why?
I guess they feel like it's just congested and it slows down their commute.
Okay, so the commute is congested.
Yeah.
What times of the day does that usually happen?
Maybe, like, around 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and then maybe like around 5, 6 p.m. again. Okay,
so these are the times people are going to or leaving from work.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So what is that saying? These people, they
don't live here. Wow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, we in city limits, where we are right now, we in the city limits of Atlanta. So at night, after people go home from work, what do the streets look like?
When people are at work and they're going home.
Well, after they go home, what do these streets look like at night?
I mean, it's pretty calm, isn't it? Like, it's pretty quiet, right?
It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, when they're gone.
And it's just